This was rough. This was rough. Nintendo Switch, my stats were pretty low. I played 12 games and only 56 hours on the Nintendo Switch. That's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy as far as things go. I played Pokemon Snap for 3 hours, Monster Rise for 2, and 53 hours on The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. And I was like thinking, like, man, I played this little on my Nintendo Switch. And then I was looking at the latest releases that they have. And it's like Prince of Persia, not interested. This another little guardsman. Mario vs. Donkey Kong was one of their releases. I'm not interested in that. I never really liked that series or never looked that appealing. Again, a bunch of like third-party games. Princess Peach Showtime did not look interesting. It didn't look hard enough, like a challenge. Like a game, it's a game for kids or like girls. It's nothing that's going to interest me. Animal Well, a bunch of indie games. Paper Mario 1000 Year Door, I already played it. It's I'm sure it's a fun game, but I already played it on a different system. Same with Luigi Mansion 2. I never liked the Shin Megami Tensei. It's an RPG. Nintendo World Championship actually looked pretty interesting. My brother played it, and I think he enjoyed it. It's a $30 game. Interesting concept. It just never good enough. It's just never interesting enough to pull me away from whatever else I was playing. Was the issue. Those numbers don't scream incel enough. Yeah, I need to get them up. Pizza Tower seems fun, but you can play it on different systems. Ace Attorney collection, never really played. Marvel vs. Capcom looked kind of interesting, but again, you could play it on other stuff. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom was like the only like Nintendo Switch game I was excited for this year was Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom. I was like, oh, this looks really cool. I want to play it. I hate Mario Party. I just hate Mario Party. Damn Bowser stealing my stars. Like I've been traumatized by rage for losing my stars after I did so well. I should be rewarded for my skills. Neva was again this artsy indie game with like a black female as the lead. Like, oh, can't wait. I'll skip that. The Sonic and Shadow, the fact that they charge $50 for like a 12-year-old game because they added Shadow to it and a few cutscenes, absolutely, it's slanderous. This is theft at a high level right here. I went back and tried to play Sonic Generations, and that port was so bad I could not get any of my controllers to play with it. I got so frustrated at trying to get the game to work with a controller, I just stopped playing it. Brothership, I heard, honestly, like Jack didn't like it. It got bad reviews. So I was like, So I skipped it. I'm not a big RPG guy anymore. So I was already kind of on the fence. But after hearing like, I would need to hear good things in order to like jump onto it. And I never did. The Dragon Quest remakes, after the censorship popped up, I was like, nah. I wasn't gonna play it anyway, but like after censorship, it's absolute no. Or Lego Horizon Adventure and this stuff is like, bleh. So yeah, Switch did not have a strong year this year. When its only like one of its first party games seems interesting. Not that great. Hey, how's it going, Nuke? Never played Sonic. It's all right. It's all right. I played it when it first came out. I enjoyed it. I like, some of the 2D. It kind of does like this. Even the 3D versions kind of switched to 2D in some points. I like the 2D Sonic the best. So it was a fun game when it first came out. I prefer Freedom Planet as far as like a 2D Sonic like game as a series, but I thought Sonic Generations was pretty good as far as recent Sonic releases go. Which, it's not a high bar, but whatever. I was actually looking into, like, in order to get my Switch numbers up, like, should I get, one of these, like, grips or stands to play Tate mode? or vertical mode is the Japanese call it tate. But like as for like, playing some sort of shoot 'em ups, you can actually stir the screen sideways. It'll fill up the entire screen. It's a very cool idea. A very kind of like thing, like you could only do it with the Switch. I could turn my computer monitor vertical, but then you have to like turn it back. It'd be a pain. But if I could just take my Switch out and stick it in vertical mode, I could play some. The Switch definitely has quite a few shoot 'em ups on there that you can't get on Steam. So I'd almost considering it, but then I have to get like an arcade stick. So I don't want to play with a controller. It's a big pain in the ass. Let's just say that. So that is my year in video games. I'm hoping I'm really looking forward to next year where we got Monster Hunter Wilds is going to be a big game that I'm going to really enjoy. And actually that's all I could think of right now. I'm sure there'll be some other games that'll be fun. I'm looking forward to the Switch 2 will be announced. There'll probably be some games for that. Maybe a new Pokemon. The XYZ Legends is supposed to come out next year. Who knows? But it'll be fun. I'm sure there'll be some fun action there to be had.